Okay, we're going to walk through the Grant Special Revenue Program Yearly Plan, which excludes Title I and ESSER. And what this is going to do is, along with your draft budget that you will turn into the grant department, you will also turn in this plan, which will explain your justification for giving, your justification for expending your funds, your long-term plan for just this year, what your goals are, how those align to things. This is also going to be important regarding our audit, our justification of those things, and also to reduce on stockpiling, which is a concern and a red flag both for auditors as well as the state and federal government. All right, so the first thing that you will fill out as the local grant coordinator is the first and last name. You'll say the name of the grant that you're representing. And then you're going to talk about the overview of what the grant program is, its purpose, funding source, and duration. This is important, especially for those of you who have multi-year grants at all. Some of this information should be information that you have some version of in some other format, but targeted to this specific upcoming year. Okay. You will have a brief summary of how the grant aligns to those goals. This is also to make sure that we are keeping in alignment our purpose, as in our spending, with the purpose of the grant. What are you trying to accomplish? If you have a state or a federal grant or a special revenue, which goes to possibly, whether it's like with a business of some sort, it still needs to align with the district board goals and how you're going to accomplish those things. What are you trying to do? What is your SMART goal version of what your plans are? So at the end of the upcoming year, what measurable things do you plan to have accomplished with the funds? How will those things be representative of the goals of your grant? Okay. Also, this question about, have you already turned in your draft budget? If you have not, then it will take you to this question, which will allow you to upload the budget there, or a document saying when it will be uploaded, or you will have a document with a link to your draft budget, as the draft budget link that I provide is a force copy. If the answer is yes, then you won't need to do that. Okay. And then it will talk more about that alignment to the district, how it specifically goes to the broader ones, to highlight the areas of the contribution to the district improvement. Overall, some of this information may be similar to the introduction, right? So read it carefully, because you'll see here, it talks specifically about a brief summary. It's not the specifics. Okay. This is just a general overview. Yes, you are going to have to think through this pretty deeply. That is also the point. It also requires you probably looking at your calendar, looking at what are the upcoming events, what are the things you're planning to accomplish, how are they tying to the specific grant proposal. So if you are, say you have a state or a federal grant, they have goals within there. So you may have to look at the program guideline and make sure that your specific goals for this year tie into both the goals of the grant itself, as well as the goals of the district, and make sure that they don't contradict if there are any goals in your department as well. Making sure that those goals are measurable. So this is kind of going into the specific metrics in your SMART goal, right? The measurable portions. What is the baseline data, the targets? Like, so if you are purchasing something for security, like why? How does that tie into your goal? How does that, or like, what are you basing it off of, as to, so that there is also not a duplication of efforts. Okay. Who is a part of these things? Who are the reference people, points, meetings, that kind of thing. Project manager, of course, for certain things, but you are the local grant coordinator. So where do you fall in it? Are there other people that fall into this? Then you need to have a system for documenting your implementation, activities in progress. And I'm aware that everything is not going to be perfect, but we don't currently have a way of tracking if these things on these purchases are aligned, because we do not know what the yearly plan is and vision for each grant. So this is extremely important, and it has been approved by our CFO as well as our controller, because of the questions that also come with the audit. Where is this going to be documented in our DIP or the SIP, depending on who you are and where you are? Where is that going to be in there? And that means that, so we should be able to look for this grant and see how it ties in there. It also means that some of the terminology from this should probably be replicated in your DIP plan. Okay. How are you approving these different things, these funding sources, these expenditures and everything else? Is it all going to be one person? Is there some sort of internal process? Any of those things? Any supplemental information that you feel like I need to know? Sample reports, any of that can go here. If that does not apply, say NA. I'm going to tell you though, that if I have like several questions where the response is NA, you will get a response from me that says that it is not, this has not been accepted and you'll need to make adjustments to it. So please go through, do your best, and I look forward to seeing that and working with you in this